I don't want to shy away from taking on the burden or taking on this emotional challenge when you know, or when that time comes when your loved ones or these survivors passed away. I've seen him maybe 2 to 3 times when I went back to Cambodia to work on films or other projects. Sadly, our relationship isn't as close as I had hoped. I think we've been apart for too long, you know? But at the end of the day, he will always be my father no matter what. This is my video tribute to honor and remember him. His name is Mungateo. At least that's what my mom used to always call him when I was a kid. He recently just passed away on December 2nd in Battambang, a province he lived in ever since the war ended around 1980. He was a father to 8 children. I'm one of them. The oldest, actually. Like so many survivors, he was forced to live a life he didn't foresee, especially for someone of his background. Mungateo, my father, is actually a member to the royal family of Cambodia. He was born in 1955. His real name is Nicolas Sisowath. In 1972, when he was 17 years old, he had an arranged marriage to Uch Tevi, my mom, a 17-year-old country girl from Battambang. They didn't get along at first because of the forced marriage. It turned out he wasn't as spoiled as she thought because of his background. He was actually a good husband. Around 1975, they had a baby boy they named Sisowath Su Sabando. That was me. Life was full of joy, but in a blink of an eye, that dream crushed by Pol Pot and the Khmer Rouge. The unimaginable took place. It was no longer Cambodia. The gates of hell opened. After 4 horrific years, the Vietnamese liberated Cambodia. The war finally ended. My mom and I escaped to Thailand and eventually came to America. My dad ended up staying in Cambodia and eventually had another family. A man who was spoon-fed all his life had to live a modest life. Given how drastically my dad's life changed overnight, to me, he never gave up. Even though he wasn't successful in a lot of people's eyes, but one thing no one could ever take away from him: he loved his kids in Cambodia and did everything he could for them as their father.
Darkness, my old friend.
For what it's worth,
talk with you.
That's all I would have ever wanted from him as my father.
Because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains.
Rest in peace to my father,
Within
Nicolas
sound
Sisowath.
of silence, in restless dreams I walked alone. Narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp, turn my collar to the cold and damp. When my eyes were staring